Okay, guys, Paul here from Paul's Path. In a serious mood tonight, I guess, because we've had some more people pass away on us. More overdose, more fentanyl overdose, more heroin addicts with fentanyl in their heroin overdose. I'm going to get serious tonight a little bit. We're not going to worry too much about money. We're not going to worry too much about donations. We're not going to worry about too much of that. What's happening is this. Not a lot of people are getting the message. Not at rehabs, not in jail, not at detoxes. You got people running these places with 6 and 8 months sober, a year sober. Okay, nothing wrong with that. But you need somebody that has sponsored many a guys. It could be me. Call me up and everything. I'm probably the best around, but there's a lot of good sponsors out there if they find the time. I have the time. So I'm very passionate about saving lives. I have a young son named Skyler. He's 24, and I got dozens of guys his age that I've helped save their lives with this program. Okay, and they're all doing great. 6, 8, 9, 11, 7 years sober. Tyler is in New York. He's got his master's in literature and English or something. Brian took him off the streets. He's a Porsche mechanic now for Circle Porsche. Sean's a finance guy. Derek's got his own company. Tony's he's got his own painting business. I can go on and on and on and on. The success rate is great. These guys have all done one thing and one thing only. They stuck close to me. They went through these steps. They applied these steps in their lives. They keep applying these steps in their lives, and they're having children. They're getting married. They're getting good jobs, and they're helping other people. Because that's the key, to help other people. And the ones that are not, are not. Okay, like the old saying, grateful people are happy people, but those who aren't, aren't. So, before I continue, I want to make sure everybody gets this, because I want anybody out there that's looking for me, and I don't know if this is going to go backwards or not, but anybody out there looking for me, you call me for free. I'd be willing to help you. Call me anytime. Don't be shy. If you don't know if you're done yet or not, call me up. I will not force you into stopping. Trust me. I relapsed for 4 years myself back when I used to live in Long Beach in 2003, 2004, 2005. Okay? So you contact Paul. Okay? Take a screenshot. That's called Paul's Path. Phone number. This is my Canadian one because I lost my American one in the fishing the other day. I'm in Mexico. 1-902-920-0393. WhatsApp, it's Mexican. +52 998 559 5819. Email pauljess67. That's the year I'm born, okay? pauljess67 at Yahoo. Facebook, easy. Paul space Jessam. Instagram at Paul Jessam. Very easy to get a hold of me. Very, very easy to get a hold of me, okay? If you don't get a hold of me, it means you really don't want to get sober, and I'm not going to try to guilt trip you, but you really don't care how heartbroken your mother is or your wife is or whatever. You're just selfish and self-centered, and you want to keep drinking and using. But if you don't want to be selfish and self-centered and you care about these people that you love in your life, you'll call me up, because everybody I've ever sponsored, that has gone through these steps with me, and I'm talking about hundreds maybe, in the 19 years. That's only 10. That's not that many, really, when you think about 19 years. I got an engineering degree in 4 years. I've been doing this for 19 years. What was I going to say? The people are staying sober. They're getting jobs. Like I took Brian, he'll be crying, but I took Brian off the streets, right? He's now a Porsche mechanic for Circle Porsche up there in Long Beach. He's going to kill me, I said that. And he's 6 years sober. I got Tef down there working in Florida. He's 6 years sober. I got Derek running a whole Porsche shop, 11 years sober. I got Tony. He's a painting contractor. I got Josh, who's running a restaurant. These guys are all young men. 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, 11 years. Jimmy himself, 15 years sober. He's got his own lab. He has his own lab and everything. He does toxic testing and everything, or pee or whatever. Like these guys that followed this path. That's why it's Paul's Path. And this is a 12 and 12 too. We got both books. The people that have followed the path are sober today. And here's what we're doing. People say don't drink no matter what, right? Just don't drink no matter what. Sounds like good advice, especially at a rehab or a meeting, here all the time in a meeting, don't drink no matter what, keep coming back, right? Well, problem that is we're going contrary to the book, because we can't drink no matter what. If I could not drink no matter what, I wouldn't have to not go to AA. At certain point in the drinking of every alcoholic, he passes into a state where the most powerful desire to not drink no matter what is of absolutely no avail. This tragic situation has already arrived in practically every case long before it is suspected. Page 24. So when somebody says don't drink no matter what, keep coming back, ask them what it says on page 24. Ask them what it says on 24, because they're giving a message to a new guy that might kill him. If I go home and try to drink no matter what, I'm drunk no matter what. Step 1 is where we drink no matter what. If powerless is our problem, we're powerless over drugs and alcohol, then the solution has to be power. And where do we find that power? It's in the book. But step 2 says we can be restored to sanity through a higher power. Well, where and how are we going to find that higher power? Well, on 45 it says that's exactly what this book is about. Page 55 says deep down inside every man, woman, and child is a higher power. But it's blocked by calamity, by pomp, by worship of other things. But it's there. And as far as how we're going to find it, there's a chapter called How It Works, page 58. Scratch out how it works and just put in, how am I going to find a higher power that's going to solve my drinking problem? Which basically means remove the obsession. Because the allergy is an academic and pointless observation. The fact that I'm allergic to alcohol and I drink it and I can't stop, just like if I was drinking water, I'd get thirstier. It's an academic and pointless observation. If I'm allergic to avocados, I don't eat avocados. Our problem is, why do we take that first drink? What is it? Why is it that we take that first drink? That's where we all do all our work. We're restless, we're irritable, we're discontent, we're full of self-pity, we're full of future fear. I need a drink, and you probably do. But this program, this spiritual program, gets you into a place where you're not so restless, irritable, discontent, full of self-pity, and it's all about you. Selfishness and self-centeredness. That's the root of our problems. It becomes about, what can I do for you? Okay? Step 3, we're just going to make a decision between 1 and 2. Sanity or death, life on a spiritual basis. I pick life on a spiritual basis. It's just a decision. We're going to carry out that decision by working the rest of the steps. Step 4, we're going to look at what's blocking us. Step 5, we're going to talk to somebody about it, because when we're honest with somebody else, it confirms we're honest with ourselves and God. 6 and 7, very easy. We're going to ask God to remove them. We're going to get ready for God to remove them. Who the heck would want to hang on to anything in their life that caused their destruction at life, their failure at life, and their destructive drinking? Nobody. Page 8 and 9. All right, steps 8 and 9. We got to make an amends. We did it. No matter what, we did it. 10 is a continuation of 4 through 9. We're going to keep looking for dishonesty, selfishness, resentment, and fear. When it comes up, we're going to ask God to remove it like we did in 6 and 7. We're going to look at it like we did in 4 and 5. We're going to make an amends if we have to 8 and 9. But why? We do it for one reason only. So we can resolutely turn our thoughts to somebody we can help. Love and tolerance of others is our code. It says in our book that our very lives as ex-problem drinkers depend on constant thoughts of others and how we may help meet their needs. Okay? Step 11, we're going to get a conscious contact with God. I'm not going to go through too much. I'm running out of time. But it gives you blow by blow by blow what to do in the morning. Divorce me from self-pity, self-seeking, dishonest motives. As you go through the day, pause when agitated. Ask God for the next right thought or action, which is our will and which is our life. And then you're going to get to step 12. And you're going to have a spiritual awakening. Now you're going to learn how to sponsor. And you take that back to the new guy, and all he has to do is believe you. And any A meeting is evidence that we're staying sober. It's not hard to believe that we're staying sober. He doesn't have to believe in God yet. Why? Where and how are we going to find that higher power? That's exactly what the book is about. If he could believe and have faith in step 2, he wouldn't need the rest of the steps. So you give him time to work. You give him time to remove that stuff that's blocking him from having God direct his life. And you know what happens? You're no longer restless, irritable, discontent. You're living life on a spiritual basis. You're no longer full of self-pity and anger and fear. You actually don't even require a drink. It's about, what can I do for you? And you're not hearing this in rehabs. I've been there. I do panels in rehabs. You're not hearing it at detoxes. You're not hearing it at sober livings. And you guys know it. I have the best success rate. Everybody that's ever been through this with me, that's gone through all the steps, is sober today. The success rate right now at rehabs, I think, is about 25%. AA itself is only 20%. And why? Because they got it all watered down, and they're talking about what car they bought, the house they bought, and what they got. And it says right in here, in the promises, we'll lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. They keep going contrary to what the program that was written that helped millions of people that worked 100% in the 30s, and they've changed it. And it's killing people. I want to help people. If you need help, call me. Okay? There's my number. It's a new number because I lost my... You can WhatsApp me. Okay? It's all in the description. You can go down, go look for more and more. It's all going to be in the description of the video. Okay, guys? And I want to help you guys. Do not be shy. Call me up. Your life depends on it. Your mother's heart depends on it. Your sister's heart depends on it. Your girlfriend's heart depends on it. Your kids depend on it. Give me a call. I know how to stay sober. And I love you all. And I hope you surrender and call me. Thank you.